back and get ready to have the most fun you ever had with an electronic device. All right, everybody, welcome out to the Get On With It Sports Show. It is Wednesday, August the 31st, 2022. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Mr. RadioPete and Mr. Harry Lug Nutz. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, gentlemen.
How are you two gentlemen on this fine evening?
Excellent.
Last day of August. September's tomorrow, folks. September's tomorrow.
Well, I was good until you said that.
Well,
I like September.
I like September. Still summer. Fall's creeping up. Football starts. Baseball, meaningful. It's a good month.
Yeah, we'll see. I doubt any of that's true.
Well.
Pete's got the summertime blues. Not to see you in September.
I'm still in the
warm
doldrums
fuzzies.
of the dog days.
It's still
But
the dog days for you.
You get to wear your sweaters soon on your OnlyFans account. You know.
That's true.
I am so looking forward to wearing my fleece vest.
Oh yeah.
And I actually took it on vacation with me a couple of weeks ago when it was 85 degrees out.
Yeah.
Just
You're a
on the
vest-
off
you're a
chance
vest guy.
That there was
Are you a puffy vest guy too in the winter? Do you go do the puffy vest?
I do have a down vest. Yes.
Nice.
Do you have? I mean, you know. Never mind.
Your arms don't get cold. I
was going to make a bad joke.
Well, you know what? When you're in and out of the car all the time, sleeves you get sweaty arms. So yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Fair enough. Because I gotta be honest with you. There's only one thing that's worse than sweating your ass off in the middle of summer.
It's sweating your ass off in the middle of winter.
Sweating your ass off in the middle of winter. Exactly.
I thought it was being kept captive in a Turkish prison.
That's somewhere in between.
That's okay. Close second.
Close second. Yeah.
No, when I was chasing geese, it was brutal because you were out in all sorts of weather.
Is that periods of euphemism?
No, that was actually what I was doing. Well,
you were a goose herder?
The dog was chasing him.
He wasn't running around chasing the geese.
Wait, you hunt geese?
I get out of the car. No, we don't hunt them. We just the dog chases them off the property. It's they're protected, so we can't hurt them or anything.
Right.
So
they can be pretty aggressive.
Yeah. When it's baby season, they're pretty.
If you start like making fun of Canada around them, watch out. They just like go.
Well, no, these are mostly resident ones now.
Yeah,
they no longer go to Canada. They just stay here all year.
Full green cards.
They've all gotten their papers, right? I guess.
But yeah, you were out and walking around, and there's a thing you throw at them in the water to splash, and you get sweaty in your heavy coat. Then you get in the car, and the heat's on, and it's. So the vest alleviates a lot of those problems. Of course, I don't do that job anymore, but
there you go.
Now I get out of the car.
Used to be the community geese herder.
Yeah,
community
goose.
Yeah.
There's like
community goose maintenance.
3 or 4 companies on the island that actually do that. So
there you go.
Get to see some really rich folks' houses. Some of those waterfront houses.
Interesting.
We'd go there. We'd go there like 4, 5, 6 times a day.
Nice.
Just so they wouldn't poop on the people's, personal putting green and on their
poop on the people's personal putting green. Say that 5 times fast.
And like they're 150 feet of waterfront.
I heard John Daly did that the other day. He pooped on putting green,
and then he put a cigarette out in it.
Yeah, but it was his putting green, so it's okay.
No, that's not what I heard. I heard the IRS took his putting green.
So anyway, I'm gonna have a beer if you don't mind.
I think you should.
It's time for beer. I got tonight. I'm gonna drink since hint for our if you're paying attention, our top 10 list tonight, our teams list tonight. Orange going on. Nobody is right. I know. Yeah. Orange on. So I'm going with Carton Brewing in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. It's orange, right? So I'm going with Dune Fruit.
You couldn't find a Baltimore brewery to sponsor today?
I could, but I didn't have any. So, but it's orange, so we'll go with that. This is Dune Fruit. It's a It's a
Dune fruit.
Dune.
Dune. I'll just put it up again. Dune fruit. It's a prickly pear cactus sour.
Stop it.
What's a fruit? Prickly pear is.
Does anybody just drink Miller Lite anymore?
No. But I was going to have one of our awkward tan lines, but we should.
Do the beer guys have to date the kombucha chicks? Is this kind of the new?
No. That used to be the case, but not anymore. Okay. They're too not into it. Kombucha chicks tend to date the kombucha guys.
Are there kombucha guys?
Sure. Not many, but there's some.
There's 4 of them. They're very, very busy.
They're very kombucha busy. Kevin.
Cheers. There you go. Exactly.
All righty.
There we go. All right. Just a little sip. Not bad.
I'm going to eat some baba ganoush while we do this.
Let's have some baba ganoush. And I may enjoy a, whatever. Anyway. Okay. So tonight's a fun show. Tonight is our pre-100 show special August wrap-up, summer wrap-up fun show.
It's show 99 and 99.5.
99 and a half. This is show 99 and a half.
WPLJ.
I thought you were going to say WPLT.
WPLT, is that a station?
WPAT.
WPA.
Yeah. It was an easy listening station back in the day, if you remember.
No, I don't.
No, you don't remember that.
Was it 99.5 WPLJ?
No, 99.5 is WB, right?
It's BS.
BL,
what was PLJ?
95.5.
95.5.
99.5 is that's a Connecticut station, isn't it?
That's the mountain out here. That's the mountain out here in Colorado.
It's P something.
Yeah, you think you're right. What's BL? What's that? WBL?
BLT.
BLS.
That's BLS.
There's got to be a station called WBLT. Right?
If not, we'll have to make one.
Yeah, WBLT radio. Awesome.
Serving the Berkshires, La Bruna, and Tunisia. WBLT.
Sports formatted radio station in Bedford, Virginia.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
WBLT.
WBLT. There you go. Do they? Yeah. I just had one the other day, as a matter of fact. A sports formatted radio station.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking of sports formats, are we going to get to that?
Yeah. Why don't we do that? So this is the fun show. So we're going to kick it off. Right now, we got the baseball background up. So let's kick it off with the Just a Quickie, Major League Baseball Just a Quickie. Just a Quickie is in 4 parts. No, I'm kidding. Start off. All right, let's start off with Pete. Here we go. This is the first part of yours. The National League race will come down to which 2 teams?
A race, or which 2 teams will be in the
National League race will come down to which 2 teams in the
championship series.
For the championship series teams.
I think I'm going to say the Mets and the Dodgers.
Dodgers. All right. I'll say it, and I'll add it another way. The National League East race will come down to which 2 teams?
Well, it's already down to 2 teams.
Okay, so fair enough.
The Marlins and National.
Marlins and
Seattle. All right, so let's go back to Mets. The National League East race obviously is down to it's going to be the Mets and the Braves, but it'll be decided by when?
By the end of the season.
By the end of the season, of course. Will it go to the end of the season?
I don't think there'll be some weird 1-game playoff. No.
When's the last day of the season?
October 4th, maybe something like that.
Right, so it'll be decided
5th,
by
6th, something like that. First week.
October 3rd.
It'll be decided by October 1st.
Will it be decided? So it'll be decided
It will be decided on October 1st.
On October 1st. Okay.
How about that?
All right. And 10-1. All right, cool. Harry, the American League race will come down to which two teams?
The American League East or just the American League in general?
American League in general will come down to which two teams?
God, I want to be optimistic about my Yankees. I think it's going to be the Astros and the Rays. I just feel my gut tells me the Rays are going to somehow get past the Yankees.
All right.
I hope it's the Yankees and the Astros, but I think it's going to be the Rays and the Astros.
Rays and the Astros. All right, fair enough. And obviously, looking at that same kind of scenario for the National League East, the American League East, if you're going with the Rays and the Yankees.
No, I don't think the Yankees will still win the American League East. Yeah.
I understand, but I'm just saying, when will it be decided by? Will it get till October, or will the Yankees wrap it up still like the last week in September kind of thing? Will it take
50,
to October to get to
6 of one, half dozen the other? I think
before October 1st.
I think it's going to be right around. I think if the end of if the last games are in October, then I think it's going to come down to October.
October. All right. I'll just put October.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. All right, cool. There you go. There's your Major League Baseball, just a quickie. Actually, did forget to put the banner that we now have up for just a quickie. There you go. Just a quickie.
All right, take it down.
That should have been up the whole time.
That's too. No, it should only be up for a second.
That's
there
true.
you go.
It's like this.
Yeah,
that's it. Right. That's it. Fair enough. All right. That brings us to tonight's quiz. That I will put up right there. Tonight's quiz. Get out your papers and pens. Tonight's quiz, top Major League Baseball players we're still doing. 4 weeks ago, we did top Major League Baseball players from 2000 to today. 2 weeks ago, we did 1980 to 2000. Today is the quiz is top Major League Baseball players 1960 to 1980. 1960 to 1980.
Fantastic.
So,
I don't remember any of these.
Oh, you will remember these. It's fine. So write these down. Here we go. Ready? Write these down.
Yeah, it's the 80s. I don't remember, but maybe before 1980, I'll remember.
There you go.
Probably
Willie
not.
Mays. Willie Mays. Say hey. All right. Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron. Carl Yastrzemski. Carl Yastrzemski.
Okay.
Johnny Bench. Willie Stargell. And Mike Schmidt. So you got Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Carl Yastrzemski, Johnny Bench, Willie Stargell, and Mike Schmidt.
All Hall of Famers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yipper. So, Mr. Radio Pete, please kick us off.
Stargell and Schmidt are out.
Really?
Yep.
All right. That was easy, seemed to be for you there. All right. That was quick. Harry? No discussion. Right
now, wait a minute. Before Harry goes, that doesn't mean I know anything about any of these players, as opposed to my usual hemming and hawing and not knowing anything. I mean, I know a little bit about a couple of them, but I just made a quick decision. That's all.
I mean,
no
X's. Two of them are on the Mount Rushmore of baseball. So, and I'm talking about Mike Schmidt and Johnny. I love Willie Stargell, but I think I'd have to take Carl Yastrzemski over him. So yeah, to me it comes down to Stargell's out. It comes down to Bench or Schmidt, and Mike Schmidt might have been a marginally better player, but Johnny Bench was a catcher. I kind of, he had a pitchback thing that I played with as a kid, which I liked. Mm-hmm. Fuck Mike Schmidt and the Phillies. Yeah. Schmidt and Stargell are out.
Wow. Agreement.
Yeah, Bench is, to me, Bench is more of an icon than Mike Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
Not by miles, but
yeah, and Bench was he kind of did it for a long time, and if you looked at his numbers today, they'd be really impressive. They weren't. His batting average was never great. He was a great defensive catcher.
yeah.
Right.
But if he's in the top 5 catchers of all time or top 3 catchers of all time,
Right.
Mike Schmidt's probably in the top 5 third baseman of all time. So it's really hard. I'm going to go with Bench just because I don't know, for whatever reason. It's just, yeah.
Gotcha.
I think he was a slightly better player.
All right. So you're both on board with Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Carl Yastrzemski, and Johnny Bench.
Yeah, originally I was going to cut Mays and Aaron, but I figured I'd give him a break.
Gotcha. And I concur with the whole Johnny Bench pitchback.
Didn't Carl Yastrzemski play for like 30?
Did he what?
He played for 30 years. I'm trying to figure out what he
30.
You're frozen, Harry. You're
30 teams, 30 seconds, 30. He's frozen again.
He's frozen again. So yeah, just enough time to rub his nose in frustration.
There we go. See you guys next week.
There you go. Didn't Carl Yastrzemski play for what? Really?
Oh, that's how you're not allowed to say.
It's that question.
You
can't answer that question.
Yeah,
you're not allowed to answer.
All right.
Am I coming through now?
I got you. We got you.
Say what you were going to say before.
Didn't he play for like 30 years? I don't know. It seemed like he played a long time.
28, actually, I think. Okay. But anyway. All right. Cool. All right. Well, that was tonight's quiz. Good job on that one. Nice. All right. Any discussion on that quiz? I was going back and forth. I was writing the list. I had what if I had said here? I had a couple others. I didn't want to put any pitchers because we had done pitchers, right? So I didn't want to put any pitchers on the list. Just go on position players. What if I put Harmon Killebrew, right? Or Willie McCovey?
Still doesn't change anything.
Okay, fair enough. What if I put Joe Morgan?
No.
Rod Carew.
Still not better than Johnny Bench.
Jim Rice.
Nope.
Pete Rose.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bob.
That's a tough group to crack.
It is. Bobby Bonds.
No. I mean, look, if you're the 60s are different. Let's talk about the 70s. If you're doing an all 70s team, then Bench is certainly the catcher.
Sure.
Stargell's probably your first baseman. Schmidt's probably your third baseman.
Schmidt's your third baseman.
Yeah. Pete Rose is definitely on that team. Reggie Jackson's probably on that team. I don't know.
I'm putting Pete Rose I'll put Pete Rose at second. Unless you want Joe Morgan at second. It's a heavy.
Or Rod Carew at second.
I put Rod Carew at second. There you go.
Yeah. it's so.
And I put Pete Rose in left field.
Yeah. Yeah. Pete Rose, Reggie, and I don't know. I'm trying to think, maybe there's other great outfielders in the 70s. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Jim Rice,
Lou Brock.
Dave Parker.
Parker.
Parker over Rice.
Yeah, we're very.
Lou Brock. Was there a better center? Wasn't he a center fielder? I don't know. Yeah. So and then you look at the 60s, right? Because isn't this from 1960s?
1960 to 1980. Yeah.
60 to 80.
Yeah. That changes things because you still got guys that were. You got, I would argue Willie McCovey was better in that decade, obviously. You got Pete Rose playing second base, right?
it would be hard to go 60s. It'd be hard for me to put Willie McCovey over Harmon Killebrew. So.
Well, but you got Mickey Mantle, you got Frank Robinson, you got Willie Mays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it would hard to put who over Harmon Killebrew?
Willie McCovey over Harmon Killebrew. I mean, they're close, but I think Harmon Killebrew for me edges out Willie McCovey at first. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, but what you got? Yeah. I mean, you got Dick Allen. You got. I mean, Pete Rose played second and sixth in the '60s and third in the.
Pete Rose would definitely be the second baseman. I'm trying to think of a shortstop from the '60s. I'm drawing a blank. Mickey Mantle. I mean, without a doubt, didn't he have like 700 RBI? I mean, yeah. I mean, some of these guys are. It's just mind-boggling. Willie McCovey, though, underrated player. I'll put Willie
McCovey at second. And I'll move Pete Rose to shortstop, even though he's not really an.
Willie McCovey was a first baseman.
Was a first baseman, yeah.
Yeah,
he's saying to move him over.
Yeah, I mean Joe Torre was a hell of a catcher in the '60s.
Joe Torre was probably one of the top-rated catchers in the '60s.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
think he was like a 6-time All-Star or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. So, I mean, Mays and Aaron's interesting. He's incredible, but he's. I mean, did DiMaggio play into the '60s?
No,
barely, right?
Barely, maybe a couple months.
Yeah. So Mantle was really the star of the Yankees in the '60s.
Mantle, and I mean Yogi was still hanging around a little bit, but.
Yeah,
it was Mantle's team in the beginning, and then it kind of.
Yeah, I mean, definitely McCovey and Aaron. Yastrzemski maybe, Willie Killebrew. You're right. I still think you got to keep Pete Rose was definitely the best second baseman. Brooks Robinson, shortstop's really where I'm drawing a blank.
Shortstop's really hard. There weren't any really outstanding shortstops in the '60s.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the guy who was on
Pete's OnlyFans page.
Yeah. Yeah. Jim Fregosi.
Jim Fregosi. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the pitching in the '60s was amazing. I mean, with Gibson and Koufax and Drysdale and Marischal, and I mean, God, it's probably the Hoyt Wilhelm, right? I mean, I think at that time, there's probably not a better decade where pitching became so dominant.
Oh yeah, okay,
right. I mean,
let's see. So this is according to AinsworthSports.com, top ranked shortstops of the '60s. Let's see, Maury Wills.
There you go.
Dick Groat.
What did he write?
You love Dick Groat.
Luis Aparicio. Fregosi. Bert Campaneris.
Bert Campaneris. Sure.
Trying to just names that I sort of Ruben Amaro Sr. Dick Hauser. There's a few others, and then we're sort of other names I recognize. Tony Kubek. Bud Harrelson clocks in at number 28.
There you go.
The highest WAR for any shortstops in the '60s was Luis Aparicio, Jim Fregosi, Maury Wills. Those were the top three.
Okay.
Dick McCullough. Yep. Campaneris was up there, but he wasn't, Yeah. Crazy. The forgotten era of shortstops.
Ernie Banks.
Is he a shortstop?
According to this. According to BillJamesOnline.com.
Oh, God. Didn't Honus Wagner play in the 1860s?
Yes, he did.
Archie Vaughan.
17. Archie Vaughan, yeah. Baby Hands Johnson.
Baby Hands McGillicuddy. All right. What's next?
So, all right, cool. Yeah, there's a lot. And maybe we'll do something like that. Maybe we'll put an all-decade team together. That's not a bad idea. I like that idea, actually. So we should work on that. But some of those people might be mentioned again a little later in this show. All right.
All right.
All right. Let's switch it up. Let's put on this background. Let's switch it up to our NFL history rapid fire quiz.
Oh boy.
All right. Get your thinking caps on, back and forth.
Going for 0 for 3.
He is. All right, let me lower this down here so the music isn't too loud, and use our there we go. That's what we use, right? That's what we use. We got to come up with our own music. We can't use this background. This will be the last one we do. So anyway,
right,
okay.
First question.
All right, but we're going to switch it up, okay? Because Harry's won 2 in a row, but Harry's also stole a couple. Not that you can't steal the other way too, but it's been Pete, then Harry, then Pete, then Harry, then Pete, then Harry, like we normally do with everything else. Let's switch it up. We're going to do Harry first, then Pete. So Harry's starting. Okay, so here we go. 5 questions.
I'm predicting the same outcome.
No, I'll say six questions each, and we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go.
6 questions. Jesus Christ.
Here we go. 6 questions each. All right, so Harry, here we go. Kicking it off. Harry, this one's for Harry. Here we go. True or false? True or false? The New York Giants are one of the top 5 most valuable teams in the NFL.
In the NFL.
In the NFL. True or false? The New York Giants
probably. I would say yes.
So not true or false.
True or false? Probably.
True.
True. You're going with true. All right. That answer is absolutely true. They're the fourth.
Right.
They are the 4th most valuable team in the NFL.
Who's the most valuable? The Cowboys?
The Cowboys are the most valuable team.
Wow.
Care to guess what 2 and 3 are?
Does it make any right? Does it make sense or no?
Yeah, you can probably figure it out.
The Pats?
Pats are number 2.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. I would not have guessed that. All right, then the 49ers.
No, but you're close.
The 48ers.
69ers.
I knew that was coming. The 69ers, exactly. Same state.
The Rams.
The Rams are the 3rd most valuable team. The Giants.
That's because of that stadium they built.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Here we go. Pete. Moving to Pete. Here we go.
Wait. Where are the Jets in that mix?
Pete. Here we go.
Oh, sorry.
True or false?
He's trying to keep my spirits up.
True or false? The New York Jets are not one of the top 10 most valuable teams.
Well, we kind of already answered it, didn't we?
No.
No, they're not one of the top 4.
Right. The New York Jets, true or false? The New York Jets are not one of the top 10 most valuable teams.
I think
top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's false.
That question is false. That is correct. You are correct with that one.
Still New York, baby.
The Jets
are in the top 10. Yeah,
they're in the top
sense.
10. The New York
Are
Jets
number 10.
The New York Jets now. The New York Jets are the 7th most valuable team.
Now, if the Giants or Jets did not have to share a stadium, would that make them each more valuable?
I don't know. Good question. We'll have to find out. The Jets are 7th. The Jets are the 7th most valuable team. To round out the top, look at that. Loop was off, so we'll have to put it back on again. There we go.
The beginning's the best part, anyway.
I know, exactly. The Bears are the 5th most valuable team. The Washington Commanders are the 6th most valuable team. The Jets are the 7th. 49ers are the 8th. Raiders are the 9th. And the Eagles round out the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. All right, there's your top 10. All right. Back to Harry. Harry. Washington played in Boston, or the Commanders, if you will, played in Boston from 1932 to 1935. What was their original team name while in Boston?
Well,
are you checking?
No. I'm wondering if the Patriots didn't come into the league until what, the 70s? 60s?
60s. And when they came in, they were the Boston Patriots. They changed to New England in the late 70s. Something like that. So Washington, the Commanders, played in Boston from 1932 to 1937 when they first began.
I don't know, the Generals.
They were not the Generals. They were not.
Senators?
Pete for the steal. Pete for the steal.
I will say the Boston. Renegades.
The Renegades is wrong. So nobody got that.
Were they the Redskins back then?
They were not. They were the Boston Braves. The Boston Braves.
They were never the Redskins in Boston?
No, they were the Redskins in Washington. And they I think they actually changed to the Redskins and then moved to Washington, but it was all like in one fell swoop.
So they were the Braves, the Boston.
They were the Braves. So, and there was another team at the time in Boston called the Braves, and that would be today's Atlanta Braves. So technically, like the Giants of football giants and the baseball giants, New York and San Francisco, the Redskins and the Atlanta Braves actually are connected. Or excuse me, the Commanders and the Atlanta Braves are connected. So anyway, so there you go. It was the Braves. All right.
Another reason to hate them both.
There you go. All right. So, all right, Pete, here's your second question. Who won the first Golden Toe Award in 1971? Who won the very first Golden Toe Award in 1971?
Am I allowed to ask what the Golden Toe Award is?
It's for athlete's foot. Is
it a kicker?
It's an Acton Golden Toe Award,
it's
Golden Foot.
No, it's the Golden Toe Award. It's the place kicker. Golden Toe Award is for the place kicker. Yes, you were allowed to ask, so that's fine. If you knew, you knew. If you didn't, you can ask. The Golden Toe Award is for place kickers. It's the very first one was awarded in 1971. Who won the very first one?
I'll say George Blanda.
George Blanda would be wrong. Harry for the steal.
I can't think of his name. Because that was the Dolphins were kind of the best team that year, right?
In 71, they were one of them. Yeah, the Cowboys were good. The Colts were good.
Who was the kicker for the Dolphins? Fuck. It's not Yastrzemski. Not Yastrzemski. Yeprovsky or Yepremian. Yepremian. It's Gary Yepremian or something like that. Gino Yepremian.
Dino?
Yastrzemski.
Yepremian.
Dino Yastrzemski.
It's like Garo or Giro or Gino Yepremian. I don't know. Something like that.
You got it. It's Garo Yepremian.
Garo. There you go.
Garo Yepremian.
I knew it was a...
So there you go. Garo Yepremian.
He was good.
Yes, he was good. He won the first Golden Toe Award.
Those are the only two kickers I know from that era.
Guy George Blanda and Gary Yepremian.
Yeah. I guess what's his name from the Chiefs at that time too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Harry, now your question next. Your next question. Your third question. Here we go. True or false? True or false? Here we go. When the NFL started, it was known as the American Pro Football Association. True or false? When the NFL first started, it was known as the American Pro Football Association.
Well, the NFL is only been known as the NFL since it was the NFL. If it was the American Pro Football Association, then it was a different league.
All right.
Yes, I'll say yes.
All right.
True.
It is 100% true. Yes, it is. It was the It kicked off, no pun intended, on Thanksgiving, actually, November 25th, 1920. Okay, so this year will be 102 years ago. And it was known as the American Pro Football Association. There we go. So
when did it become the NFL?
Pete, true or false? True or false? It became known as the National Football League in 1922. True or false? It became known as the National Football League in 1922.
I'll say false.
You would unfortunately be wrong. It was 1922 is when it switched. It became officially known as the NFL in 1922. So there you go. All right. Back to Harry. Harry, your fourth question. How much did John Mara's grandfather, Tim, purchase the New York Giants for in 1925?
What? I don't fucking know.
Hold on.
What an easy question.
Hold on.
The exact amount.
No, within $10.
Jesus
I wasn't done. I wasn't done yet. Oh, you're hysterical. I wasn't done yet. Here we go.
That would be a question you would ask.
Give you a little leeway.
In 87, we went to this diner together. How much did I pay for the disco fries?
What was the percentage of tip?
I can't breathe. All right, shut up. I wasn't done.
Okay, repeat the question.
All right.
Repeat and complete.
Hold on. Composure. Here we go.
Okay.
How much did John Mara's grandfather, Tim, purchase the Giants for in 1925?
Okay.
Was it between $0 and $1,000, between $1,000 and $10,000, or between $10,000 and $100,000?
Say those three options again.
Was it between $0 and $1,000, between $1,000 and $10,000, or between $10,000 and $100,000?
I'm just going to go with something ridiculous. I think it was less than $1,000.
Okay. You would be correct. $500. $500.
What year was that?
1925.
Oh, I'm sorry.
$500.
10,000 and it was $1,011.
I mean, what would that be today? That would still be like less than $10,000, right?
I don't know. Good question. Well, I mean, what were they worth back then, though? Really? I mean, if there was something, right? If there was something that was of equal value,
they didn't even have their own stadium, right?
I mean,
they
didn't have their own stadium. It was like
the revenue generation was far less, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were paying these guys like $5 a game or something like that.
Right.
I mean,
you got ticket sales would be about
right.
Maybe concessions. That would be about the only revenue.
Yeah, ticket sales were probably 25 cents.
I mean, if you clearly you're not going to, you can't equate it to the money today because yes, $500 would be far less than a football team is worth today. But what you need to equate it to is actually it would be the equivalent of somebody purchasing some organized team that a couple guys from town got together to play football. And buying that team that just plays on parks, that's what it kind of equates to. So yeah, it's $500, $500 he bought it for. All right, moving on to Pete. Pete, which Jets wide receiver was the very first NFL player to ever reach 10,000 receiving yards? Once again, which Jets wide receiver was the very first NFL player to ever reach 10,000 receiving yards? I'll give you a hint. It was not Wayne Corbett.
Well, then I don't know. I'll say false. Is that the right answer?
Would that be Joe false? or Sam false?
I'll say 10,000 yards, huh?
Which Jets wide receiver was the very first NFL player to ever reach 10,000 receiving yards?
I'll say Wesley Walker.
Wesley Walker would be wrong. Harry.
I think it was somebody way back in the early days of the Jets.
Yeah, I think it is too, but I can't come up with a name.
Yeah, who's that? Who's there? I think he's a Hall of Famer, right? Bob Maybeck or Bob Maynard. I don't know. Somebody like that. Bob Maybeck.
Oh, I think I know.
Bob Maynard. Bob Mayland. I don't know. Somebody like that.
All right. So you said Bob Maynard.
That's close.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he related to Don?
Don Maynard. There you
go. Yeah. All right. So
Bob Don.
There you go. Bob. There you go. Bob Cat Goldthwait. No, that was
I don't know if that counts though.
Well,
he kind of doped out the last name, but
had it half right.
That's like, who is the
well, if he'd have just said Maynard, that would have worked, right? So,
well, I don't know. I mean,
so it's Don Maynard.
All right,
Don Maynard.
It's not like I was going to win anyway. So.
All right. So we'll give you half for that. How's that? Anyway, okay. Back to Harry. Here we go.
Oh boy.
All right, Harry, you got the last true or false question here. True or false? The New York Giants' very first opponent at home was the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. True or false? The New York Giants' very first opponent at home was the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets.
I mean, I hope that's false.
False. False. That would be
Chicago
wrong.
Bears.
It's wrong.
It was true.
The very first opponent at home was the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets.
All the way from Germany, huh?
Yep, Frankfurt, Germany. Yep. There you go. All right. Pete, which Jets linebacker started Tom Brady's career by knocking out Drew Bledsoe? Which Jets linebacker started Tom Brady's career by knocking Drew Bledsoe out of the game?
What year was that?
2000.
Oh, really?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Might have been 2001. 2000 or 2001.
Don Maynard.
Don Maynard.
That was Bob Maynard.
Bob Maynard.
Well, that was his middle name.
It was Maynard G. Krebs.
It was Don Bob Maynard.
Don Bob Maynard.
Which Jets linebacker
started Tom Brady's career by knocking Drew Bledsoe out of the game? I believe it was 2001.
I can't think of the Jets linebackers back then.
I have no idea who played.
No, it was 2000. It was.
I have no idea when anybody played. I'll say Mo Lewis.
Very good. Ding, 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 ding. You win. Look at that. Good job. It was indeed Mo Lewis. All right. Okay, Harry, last question.
I don't know if I like Mo Lewis more or less now. Might have kept Brady off the field for a couple more years.
If Drew Bledsoe had like an extended career beyond that in New England, Tom Brady would have languished away a little bit, maybe been traded around, bounced around, and never become Tom Brady.
Mo Lewis. Bledsoe was not an old guy at the time. He was still a young quarterback.
Yep.
And he did okay, right?
Yes.
Did they go to a Super Bowl with him?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No?
No.
I thought they
They
did.
didn't?
Oh, no, they did. I'm sorry. They did. They went. I'm thinking of the ones in the 2000s. No, they went to the one in 96. They went to the Super Bowl with Drew Bledsoe and lost. But who they lose to? It's not part of the quiz, but who they lose to?
49ers?
No.
What year?
96.
Oh, 96. That was That had to be part of the Cowboys run.
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm. The Super Bowl was actually in January '97, so it was the '96 season.
So the next year after that, what was in a 97? Okay, I can figure this out. Obviously, it's an NFC team.
Obviously.
Is this my question?
No, it's not a question. I just
it's a bonus question.
It's a bonus question.
I think it was no. I'm gonna say Green Bay.
You would be correct.
Did Green Bay win that year?
Green Bay won that. Yeah, Green Bay beat Drew Bledsoe and the Patriots.
That's right.
All right,
with Favre.
With Favre, yes.
And the next year they played the Broncos and lost. Yeah.
Correct, and then the Broncos played the Falcons and won, beat the Falcons, and then the whatchamacallit? Then the Rams won the year after that, beating the Titans, and then
the Broncos beat Green Bay.
No,
the Broncos beat Green Bay.
Broncos beat Green. Yeah, Broncos beat Green Bay the first time, and then the second year after that, they beat the Falcons. They won two back-to-back, right? And then the year after.
But you're saying 97 was when Favre won. 98 was when the Broncos beat the
January 98, Packers. The Broncos beat the Packers. January 99, the Broncos beat the Falcons.
Yes.
January 2000, the Rams beat the Titans.
All right.
And we're not going to talk about the Super Bowl after that. Okay, so anyway. All right.
Dilfer!
All right. Harry, your last question. Here we go. Which team beat the Giants in the 1958 championship game that became known as the greatest game ever played?
Chicago Bears.
That would be wrong. Pete for the steal.
The Baltimore Colts.
I was going to say the Baltimore Colts.
Pete for the steal.
There's only 4 teams back then.
The New York Liberty.
No. Harry was right when you should have been answering it.
I actually knew that one too.
All right, so there you go.
So I got 2 right.
There you go. All right. And Pete, your last question. Which Jets quarterback, this is it, last question of the evening. Which Jets quarterback holds the Jets record for the most fumbles in one game?
Do butt fumbles count?
Which Jets quarterback holds the Jets record for the most fumbles in one game?
Just the Jets record.
Just the Jets record.
I'll say it's tempting to say Sanchez, but I'm not going to do that because that's probably right. So I'll say Vinny Testaverde.
Vinny Testaverde. That would be wrong. That would be incorrect. Harry for the steal.
Oh God, there's so many options here. I don't think it was O'Brien. I don't think he would have fumbled that much. I want to go with Sanchez, but I don't think it's too obvious.
Yeah, that was kind of the good thing about Ken O'Brien is he
Chad Pennington.
Pennington would be correct.
All right.
I wondered if you threw that in there because you know how much
I threw it in there for you.
And I thought, why would John be so cruel as to bring up a horrible stat about Chad Pennington instead of a good stat about Chad Pennington?
There you go. Yep.
So, but my instinct was correct. You're a terrible person.
I tried. What you got? Hold on, I got to do this here. Okay. And it's one off of the NFL record, by the way.
Which is held by Daniel Jones?
Oh, it's 6, by the way. Chad Pennington fumbled 6 times in one game.
Wow.
And
that's I don't know that because I blocked that out.
There you go. And he missed tying the NFL record by 1. The NFL record is 7 times in one game, and that was done by, and may he rest in peace. He passed away last week. Len Dawson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Len Dawson did it. Obviously, quarterbacking the Kansas City Chiefs. Ironically, Chad Pennington fumbled his 6 fumbles
against the Chiefs.
So there you go. All right. So.
And Len Dawson recovered one of them.
There you go. And Len Dawson recovered
from the booth.
From the booth, yeah.
That's how shitty of a fumble it was.
So there you go. All right.
Well, anyway. I think Harry won again.
So let's total it up here.
Got another one there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I thought I only got like 1 right.
Yeah, I got Harry.
I got the Giants, how much they paid for the team, because I guessed.
Yeah,
Harry,
you got Bob Maynard.
You got 5 most valuable teams.
I thought that one didn't count.
Top 5 most valuable teams. Gold. You got the Golden Toe Award. You got the American Pro Football, True or False. You got how much for the team. We gave you Don Maynard, and
I got Don. Bob Don.
Don Maynard.
Bobby Don Maynard.
And the Chad Pennington. So that's 6. Pete, 1, 2, 3. You got the True or False, the top 10. You got the Mo Lewis, and you stole Baltimore. We're giving you, because we gave Pat the Don Maynard, we're giving you that one. So.
All right. Well, I got Mo Lewis, so I feel good.
There you go.
That was a tough one. I wouldn't have guessed Mo Lewis, I don't think. I can't name another Jets quarterback from that, or linebacker from that period, though.
In that period, yeah. There you go. All right.
Oh, neither can I.
All right. Well, there you go. That is our NFL history rapid fire quiz.
Another spanking at the hands of.
There you go. And of course,
Mr. Nuts.
I forgot to throw that up there for the whole entire thing. That should have been crawling across the bottom.
Well, it's rapid fire. It only needs to be up there for a moment.
Oh, like the same as the other one. Just
same as the quickie.
Just that. Okay.
All right. This isn't going very quickie. So.
All right. All right. So there you go. All right. Let's bring this back up to here. All right. So let's switch it up now. Put it back on baseball, because we are going to do our top 10 list. Top 10.
Read them off, Johnny.
Read them off. Read them off. We'll read them off. Here we go. Tonight's top 10 list is top 10 Baltimore Oilers. Top 10
Baltimore Oilers.
There's only 11 of them in history, so you could probably guess who's on the top 10.
Top 10 Baltimore Orioles of all time by position.
Just the top Baltimore Orioles of all time by position.
I didn't say that. It's top Baltimore Orioles.
Ironically, there is 10 if you don't count the pitchers.
This is true. That's very true.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're just going to go through them. We're going to read all the position players, and then we'll discuss them, and then we're going to read the pitchers, and we'll discuss them, and then we'll go from there. So here we go. Change it up a little bit. Here we go. So at first base, we have Mr. Eddie Murray. Second base, we have Mr. Bobby Grich. Third base, Brooks Robinson, Brooksy. At shortstop, Mr. Cal Ripken Jr. I forgot to put the JR in there, so you get the idea. It's Cal Ripken. Left field, Ken Williams. Center field, Mr. Adam Jones. Right field, the other Robinson of the Frank variety, Frank Robinson. And the DH on this team is Mr. George Sisler. And our catcher is Mr. Rick Dempsey. So there you go. I'll read them back again without some scrolling across. We got Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's playing for
Eddie Murphy, Dick Cavett.
Right. Eddie Murray.
Jones.
Eddie Murphy at first. Bob Grich at second. Brooks Robinson at third. Cal Ripken Jr. at short. Ken Williams at left field. Adam Jones in center field, Frank Robinson at right field, George Sisler as the DH, and Rick Dempsey is our catcher. Gentlemen, discussion.
decent amount of no-brainers.
Pretty much
on this list. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few comparisons I did, but just because I don't know anyone's stats at all. But
and a couple.
I think I had Eddie Murray at the DH, and
you had Eddie Murray at DH and George Sisler at first. Honestly, either
I had Ann Murray at DH.
Ann Murray at DH, and Eddie Murphy was
Eddie
at
Murphy.
shortstop.
And George Costanza at shortstop.
George Costanza.
Exactly.
But that was just kind of quibbling. I mean, Sisler played. There was no DH, so
correct. So we threw him a bone.
Yeah. Like I think he belongs on the list.
Well, he definitely does.
But that's kind of our DH spot especially for players who played way back or before the DH is. But we want to put him on the list. Make him a DH because why not? Anyone could be a DH. So
sure, yeah, and his batting was fine, and his fielding. I mean, you could have made the argument that you could put Sisler at first and Murray at DH. That would have been fine. And Sisler
on the list.
Yeah, but like even batting, like what went through it, Sisler had almost 3 times, more than twice the amount of stolen bases as Eddie Murray had.
Right.
So
stolen bases is such a thing of the 20s.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And in fact, he had about 10 times the amount of stolen bases as Eddie Murphy had. So
Eddie Murphy had a few.
He did have a couple.
I think like a lot of teams, there's always that one position where they're just stacked, where there's 2 or 3 guys, and you're like, how the hell do I pick this?
Right. Exactly.
I will say this about the Orioles. Obviously they've been around a long time. There's a couple positions where I think should they get a good young catcher or a second baseman that's nothing against Dempsey and Bobby Grich, but they're on this list. I don't think they'd be on the list of many other teams.
Right.
And center field was a little bit of a head scratcher, although Adam Jones played there a long time. When I think of the all-time Orioles greats, I think of Frank Robinson, Brooks Robinson. Those are the 2 that immediately come to mind of the position players.
Sure.
And then of course there's Eddie Murray and Cal Ripken. But the rest of them are a lot of them I think date back to that last Orioles team to win a World Series, which was a good team, but a team that relied on their pitching quite a bit and timely hitting and playing. And Dempsey and Grich and some of these other guys were definitely part of those teams.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. In fact,
that was Ripken's rookie year, wasn't it? Or something?
Ripken's rookie year was.
Didn't they win? And Ripken's was it that '83 World Series team?
Oh, the '83 World Series. That was Ripken's rookie year. There you go.
Yeah. So then the only World Series that he won. So
what's in this beer?
I was going to say, what is the?
I don't know.
What proof is that?
That's 75 proof.
I feel like Gary Upremian.
I feel a little like
that.
A little, or his brother Gary Upremian. All right. Okay, let's do pitchers. Here we go. Our pitchers for this staff are starting with Mr. Jim Palmer,
the underwear guy.
The underwear guy. Moving on to right after underwear, we got a moose, Mr. Mike Mussina. Next is Dave McNally,
the publisher.
And then this next one's going to be a shocker. It's going to be a shocker. Here we go. Urban Shocker. There we go. I told you it was going to be a shocker. All right. Mm-hmm. And rounding out our starting 5 is going all the way back for Mr. Hoyt Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Hoyt Wilhelm. There we go. Tonight we're going to have 2 relief pitchers.
All right. I like having a deep pen.
Two relief pitchers. Because we're going to call it a tie between all 3 of us. I know it's hard to do, but we're calling it that. So we got Tippy Martinez and Greg Olson. So
also the tight end for the Carolina Panthers.
He was tight end for Carolina Panthers after he pitched for.
He's got 2 G's on his name though.
Yeah, I know. I didn't write it in there. So
I don't know if the other Greg Olson has 1 or 2.
That's a lot of G's.
Is that better?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
Greg.
So we got all right. So we got Jim Palmer, Mike Mussina, Dave McNally, Urban Shocker, Hoyt Wilhelm as the starting pitching, and we have Tippy Martinez and Greg Olson as our relief pitchers. So, gentlemen, discussion on pitching.
Well, you got the bookends. You got Palmer in the 70s and into the 80s, and then you got Shocker and Wilhelm. Obviously, Dave McNally was, I think, also wasn't he part of that 83?
Yep.
World Series team. A good starting five. I think 3 Hall of Famers on there, so you can't go wrong there. And Martinez did it a long time. Tippy Martinez, as far as a closer, is much more prolific than I think people realize.
Mm-hmm.
And Urban Shocker, maybe the best name ever. I think there's probably a Urban Dictionary definition for what an urban shocker is. But I'm guessing it has to do with somebody touching you inappropriately on a bus.
There you go. There you go. Well, we'll leave it alone at that. But
yeah. I just want to give some love to Mike Queller.
And Mike Mussina.
He was my 5th pitcher.
Gotcha.
And had him in there instead of Hoyt Wilhelm.
Who
was great, but wasn't around as long, and I don't know. Whatever.
There you go. Fair enough.
Didn't make the list.
Didn't make the list.
Not that Hoyt Wilhelm wasn't good.
We'll add him in. There we go. We'll give him an honorable mention. That's that. There we go. And our manager for this team is none other than Mr. And I'm sure if you follow along, you actually know baseball. It's no shock. It's no urban shock that it's Mr. Earl Weaver.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's the biggest no-brainer of all.
Mm-hmm. Now, he managed the Orioles for about 68 years, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think
and was not the manager when they won in '83.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. So, by the way, Urban Shocker was still allowed to throw a spitball after it was outlawed in 1920. I don't know why. I think they had a kind of grandfather clause.
He was grandfathered in. Yeah, he was grandfathered in. Yeah.
One of 17 major league pitchers permitted to throw the spitball after it was outlawed in 1920. So
there you go. All right.
You gotta love a classic spitballer.
You gotta love a classic spitballer. There you go. Yeah. All right. That brings us to this week's Old Balls. Old Ball? Pretty sure it was supposed to say balls. Let's try that again. There we go. That's better. All right.
Sound effects are just getting better and better. They're
better and better.
So slowly decaying like our prostate health.
Good job, StreamYard.
This week's recipient of Old Balls is a member of that 1983 Baltimore championship team, none other than Mr. Ken Singleton, a native New Yorker, played at both basketball and baseball. Was, I believe, drafted by the Mets and played for the Mets from 70 to 71, played for 3 years with the Expos before having his longest stretch of his career, 10 years with the Orioles from 75 to 83, 3-time All-Star, 77, 79, and 81, World Series champion, and our Roberto Clemente Award winner in 1982. And although he is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame, he is in the Baltimore Orioles Hall of Fame. His best year is probably 1977, where he came in second to Don Baylor in the American League MVP category, hitting .328 with 35 home runs and 111 RBIs. When I think of Singleton, I think of him as a pretty clutch hitter for the duration, for the entire time he was on the Orioles. I don't remember him when he was, pre-Orioles days. I was too young in my memory bank, but he was a great hitter and went on to become an announcer first for the Orioles. He was the first color commentary for the Toronto Blue Jays in 85 and 86. And then the Montreal Expos from 87 to 96, and then wound up as the commentator for the New York Yankees from 97 to 2021, when he finally retired. Ken Singleton. He almost made our list. I figured I'd get him in here. A .282 career batting average with over 2,000 hits, 246 home runs, and over 1,000 RBIs. This week's recipient of the coveted Old Balls Award is none other than Mr. Ken Singleton.
Old Balls. There you go. All right, cool. Kenny Singleton. There you go. All right. That brings us to one of our favorite parts of any show.
The end?
The end? This is where I get to go?
No. That's everybody else's favorite part of it.
Okay.
No. Pete's box over under.
Very nice. All right, so here's the story. So
we got something in the mail from Pete.
Yes, a couple of weeks ago, I was making a pickup for my job, and I had to wait a little while, and so I was wandering around the store and saw a couple of items that I thought, hey, I bet the guys would like these. How could I work this into the show? And the over-under was a perfect thing. Plus, the owner of the store felt bad because he made me wait for like half an hour, so gave me a little bit of a discount.
What were you trying to buy?
Well, they had to finish chopping it up, and
the background check took a lot longer than expected.
Yeah, it did. So here's what I think we'll do.
Right.
You guys can decide who goes first. You'll open up your little gift on camera.
Mm-hmm.
I have researched the price. I have some prices from online. Oh, let me just pop up with the old remote camera. So I've researched prices. So the over under, I will give you a number, and you will tell me whether you think the price is over or under.
John, go first.
And we'll use the web as our
guideline.
Yep.
That's our Price is Right.
That's our Price is Right.
Johnny, go ahead. Open up your.
No, I'm going first.
Yeah, why not?
All right. So still in the box. Okay.
Oh God, you couldn't get it out of the box. Come on. I'll go first then while you're opening the box.
I got it.
All right.
There we go.
All right, look at that. Because mine was taped with industrial strength tape that took a while. Oh, there you go. Look at that.
I will be honest. I will be honest.
John, can you bring in my other camera and mute the audio?
Yes, I will mute the audio and add your other camera. There we go.
There we go.
I'll put you under you. So there you go.
Two for Tuesday.
It's actually like repeat.
Oh, that's the wrong shoot.
We trust you. Open it.
That's the wrong camera.
That's the wrong camera. There we go. Okay.
I'll be back. Well, I'm still there, right?
You're still there.
Open your gift. Come on.
Go ahead. Open the gift.
Okay, I'll
open the gift.
So I'm opening the gift. Here we go. So it's nice wrapping. Look at the music. Music. All right. Very nice.
It's called sheet music.
Sheet music. Remember sheet music?
Yeah.
Here we go. There we go.
Jesus Christ.
Come on. There we go. All righty.
It's a Mets dildo.
It is. It's a Ioannis Cespedes gnome.
Wow.
Look at that.
I like it.
Nice. And by the way, just to point out, okay, right here is my Keith Hernandez bobblehead. Okay.
Very nice.
Right here. There we go. This one is my Ron Darling bobblehead.
Very nice.
Ron Darling bobblehead deck. And
what is the difference between a bobblehead and a gnome?
Bobblehead has a head that bobs. This one is
gnome.
just a gnome that has. See, it's like pointed.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah. Now I've never.
This is a gnome back here.
Okay. I'd never seen the gnome before.
Yeah.
And I know that you're a big Cespedes fan.
It's pointed for her pleasure.
There we go.
There we go. So
it's funny. It's ribbed too. It's like there you go.
Striped.
Okay, cool.
Jeez, what's going on here?
Well, I'm trying to get the. I don't know if both these cameras are going to work.
There we go.
All right. So what's the over-under?
Oh, okay. So the over-under
Mm-hmm.
for the Yoenis Cespedes Gnome bobblehead is $35.
Ooh.
$35.
Wow. He's a big spender.
The over-under is $35.
This is like
Still, I'm just like mesmerized at what he's doing over here. Because now we just have his face, and he's moving faster too.
Where are you going? Over or under?
I'm just waiting for him to be done.
He's done.
There we go.
There we go. All right, cool.
That's better.
There we go. All right.
So 35 is the over-under.
35. So for me, it's 35, and I'm gonna go under.
I'm gonna go under.
I'm going
All
under.
right. So I was able to find this on two different. They're both on Poshmark, but they're two different accounts, I guess.
Fair enough.
So the first one is $30.
Mm-hmm.
Is that backwards?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So the first one is $30, and you can see there's the product there and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is Kayla's Closet on
Kayla's
Poshmark.
Closet on Poshmark.
Yeah. And then the other one is Karen's Closet.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is
$39.
So I'm going to
Average
the
the
two. Comes out to $34.50. So you are correct.
I am correct. There we go.
So John is correct. Oh, and by the way, you look on the back of that box where it has the picture and the ballpark, and there's an app that you can put on your phone or tablet.
Yep.
And it's still there on Google Play.
You can control your dog.
See if it actually works. What?
Download instructions. Hold the camera over viewfinder over the above image. Interesting. I will do that.
Yeah, it's an Android app, so that's not going to work on your Apple.
Well, no, you could do it on the App Store too.
Oh, okay,
and
good.
I actually have the MLB Ballpark app.
Oh, there you go.
I actually already have it.
So I don't know. You hold that up and look.
So don't log into my account. Okay, tap augmented reality. All right, so I'm going to do this right now. Where is my MLB Ballpark app?
What does the app do? Wake up Yoenis Cespedes wherever.
I don't know. It says like you hold it up to the box or something, and I don't know what it.
Okay, I've logged in. And there's no augmented reality. Interesting.
Oh,
bummer.
Maybe it's not there anymore.
You only get that if you pay the extra at Karen's Closet.
Okay.
Maybe.
Now, what's in Pete's closet? That's what I want to know.
Well, here's the interesting thing. I'll just show you this real quick, just to torture Harry.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Kayla's closet, and I'll just show you some of the items that are in there.
Seems odd that she would have a Yoenis Cespedes
clothes.
butt plug.
But look, there's a Syndergaard bobblehead.
Nice.
There's a Rashad Jennings.
She's trying to get rid of her ex-boyfriend
jersey.
stuff.
Wait, there's a Rashad Jennings.
It's a kid's. It's a youth jersey.
Oh, okay.
Is Cespedes still playing?
No.
But it's only a couple years, right?
That's about all the good stuff.
2 years, yeah.
But now check out Karen's closet.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Kiss, Gene Simmons diecast car.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You've got some Star Trek figurines.
Mm-hmm.
You've got some Hot Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Wacky Winners, another Kiss car. And there's a Frank Thomas baseball figurine.
Nice.
One Direction.
This is Kayla or Karen?
This is Karen. One Direction
Yeah.
set of 2 dolls. Love that one. That's about the most interesting.
And this is on what? This is on Poshmark?
Poshmark, yeah.
Poshmark, okay.
So there you go.
OnlyFans.
Only.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Harry, go ahead. Rip it
right.
open, baby.
Here we go. All righty, look at this. It is a Todd Helton. You see that?
Mm-hmm. You see that?
A Todd Helton figurine.
Very nice.
Looks like it's from about 2004.
From 2003.
It's ages 4 and up, and it's a choking hazard. I think it actually comes with a first base that you could put him on.
Yeah, there's like a little patch of grass.
There's a little patch of dirt where you can stick him on.
Yeah, if you look at the front, there's a little banner. It says, go to McFarland.com, who's the manufacturer, and check out our 2004 line.
Yeah, okay.
So this is almost 20 years old.
Does look like he's sitting on a toilet or getting ready to.
He's either fielding a grounder or he's dropping a grounder.
That's right. He's fielding something. This is great. Thank you. Oh, there's a little. This was the whole series. Do you want to know who was in the whole series?
Oh, this is the Series 9 version, right?
Yeah, because you can see on the back here.
Who else is in the?
So the other players were Mariano Rivera, Dontrell Willis, Noma, Todd Helton, Maglio Ordonez, and Andrew Jones.
There you go.
And Andrew Jones is leaping in the air and comes with a Festivus pole that goes up his ass.
Yeah, I think they did have. No, they didn't have Mariano. They didn't have the Rivera.
I like it.
But I figured since you're in Colorado and Todd Helton's an old
Todd Helton, one of the best players of all time, definitely the best Rocky of all time.
Yeah, and John, that was the only thing in the store they had a Mets uniform on.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, thank
all right,
you.
now.
Love it. Thank you.
Harry, the over-under. Your over-under on Todd Helton is $28.
Well, I'm going to go over.
I'm going to go over. Now, I will tell you.
It's a quality item.
Yeah, I will. The woman in the store, while I was waiting for the guy to wrap up whatever, I pulled it out.
Really?
No, I always.
What kind of store is this, by the way? Is it a sports memorabilia
place? It's a collectibles store.
Okay.
So mostly sports and stuff, but
it wasn't a discount tire shop.
No. But there was this shelving unit that was trapped behind other pieces of furniture, and I had to move one out of the way. So I pull it out, and it's covered with dust, and she's wiping it off, and she's like, "Oh, it's just probably
again
we're
garage. Talking about the."
It's probably sitting in somebody's garage for a while. So, and the owner
again, folks, this is a little
yard sale.
We're talking about the toys here,
or Thursday night at my house, but
you pull it out. It's covered in dust.
It's covered in dust. It's been sitting there for God knows who long.
And obviously
hasn't been played with in years.
Nobody's looked at this thing since Mariano Rivera pitched.
All right,
it was once a 1997 All-Star.
It was an All-Star
in 97.
Big hitter, big stick. So, so the 28 is the over/under, and Harry says over. I think.
Yeah.
And I was only able to find this actually for sale in one place. I discounted Amazon.
Well, how much did you actually pay for it at the store? Wouldn't that be a better...
I'll tell you that.
Okay.
That is the third portion of our over/under.
Okay.
Triple over/under. So the one place I could find it was actually for sale was Sears.
Sears still has a website?
Selling for $29.60. And there you can see what it looks like. He's actually taking a dump on the line.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$29.60?
$29.60.
There you go.
So I was
there
right.
it is. So congratulations. Good job, guys. Good job.
Awesome.
All right. So now here's the over-under of how much I paid for both items.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As I said, the owner
It's
of
a
the store,
total of both items. This is the total
of both items. Yeah.
Okay.
The owner of the
What was
store
the-
gave me a little break, as I said, because they made me wait, which was cool because it gave me a chance to look around the store. And they have old toys in there. I saw basically almost half the toys from my childhood, as far as blocks and science sets, and really, it's a store you walk in and you go, "Oh, I want one of those, and I want that."
Pet rock, and a stick.
Yeah, and sports figurines like this, and signed photos. I was delivering, I think it was like 5 Yankee catchers. It was like Girardi and Yogi and a couple other guys, all signed, and then up the stairs in the back, a huge case all full of signed baseballs.
Looks like I'm going to have to come out there and go to that store, but that's beside.
Yeah, it's in Huntington Village.
Sure.
It's in Huntington Village.
Yeah.
A good place to go.
Right.
It's called Cow
All right.
Over the Moon. Anyway, so the over-under for both items is $37.51.
37.51. All right. Harry?
I go first?
Sure.
I'm going to go over.
Over. All right. Harry says over.
Meaning I think it cost a little bit more than.
Well, just to play the game the way we play it, I'll go under.
You can go with what you really think. John likes to win.
And the answer is...
Well, you can find these for, I don't know, less. Anyway, I paid $30 for both of them. So $15 for each.
All right.
So there you go. Which
John
I thought was a
wins
pretty good deal.
The over-under. Over-under, my winning percentage on over-under is like Josh Donaldson's batting per average. It's not very good.
I got to find some more containers full of stuff. You do well with those.
Yeah, the visual stuff I do better.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy them in good health.
You got there's like I said, there's Keith Hernandez, there's Ron Darling. Up there is Jacob deGrom. I have Noah Syndergaard, and it was a game that was played on May 4th, so it was May the 4th be with you.
Oh, very nice.
So they did Noah Syndergaard and Chewbacca. Noah Syndergaard dressed as Han Solo, and Chewbacca sitting in the Millennium Falcon. That's the bobblehead.
Nice.
So I got gnomes over there. So yeah, this is the
giveaway from
This will work. This will work really well with my Barbie collection.
Yeah, this helps to get some action.
I could see. I was going to say Ken's going to be mad, but Barbie's going to be pretty happy because she's got.
Oh, there's no fucking Ken. I mean, Ken's overrated.
Ken is overrated. There you go. By the way, I did go through the MLB app a little bit more. There's something I need to sign into, and then I can get that augmented reality and actually do it. So I will do it. I'll do it like I'll bring it on like next week's show. I'll even look at it. So cool.
And I don't mean this to sound the wrong way, but I'm really glad there's no app for me to download and to sign into for this. Thank you.
There you go.
That's priceless.
That's priceless. There you go.
I don't know what the actual, different things have a different technical antique. Certain things it's 20 years, some things are 25. I don't know what it is on collectibles, but it's almost 20 years old.
I think he might be able to hold my remote control. So I think that might be.
There's got to be a practical use for a Todd Helton.
Got it, something like that. Absolutely.
A squatting Helton.
Squatting Helton.
Squatting Todd Helton. Yeah.
Squatting Todd,
as he was known.
Squelton.
Do you remember PLJ back in the day was Scott and Todd? Scott Shannon and Todd Penfield.
No.
So Scott and Todd, it's Squat and Todd.
Squat and Todd.
There you go.
All righty,
well, this has been Pete's Box Over Under. So there we go.
There we go.
All right. Beautiful. Wonderful, gents. This has been a fun show. Anything else we want to
No, see you guys next week
mention?
for our huge NFL kickoff extravaganza, right?
NFL kickoff extravaganza and our 100th show. This tonight was our 99 and a half show.
We have had 100 shows, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, we've had 100 listeners.
We have. Just almost.
99 and a half.
They say the audience doesn't really start to come around till about 200 shows.
Or 102 shows. 102
so another 2 years.
Another couple of years.
We'll be right in the sweet zone.
Exactly.
Damn it.
All right. Well, on that note, we will wrap up the show for today. We want to thank everybody for watching. And for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thanks for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.getonwithitpodcast.com. That's getonwithitpodcast.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search for the Get On With It podcast. And of course, all of our shows are available on YouTube as well on the Logger Room channel. Remember, we go live with the video podcast on both Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you could do so on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts, and whoa, almost had it. Amazon Music Podcast.
Would you suck on a gnome there?
There's a little gnome action going on. I need a little sip of the dune fruit here.
Just sit on Johannes Cespedes by accident. What's going on?
Whoa. Amazon Music Podcasts and iHeartRadio as well. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds and you'll never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to check out next week's show, Wednesday night next week, September 7th, our 100th show, our NFL preview kickoff show. It's going to be a great show, so don't miss it. And we'll talk to you then, folks. Enjoy. Cheers.
Bye, everybody.